Welcome to the Queendom, the entertaining ramblings of a single millennial woman trying to figure out adulting. We talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between. What's up? What's happening? What's popping with everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Queendom. And as y'all can see, we have a full house. Well, y'all can't see on the radio, but y'all know what it is. We got a full house tonight. I'm going to let the crew introduce themselves for the evening, and then we'll get this thing started.
Nay Boogie with the hoodie. What it do?
Ow.
Ow.
I'm Choopy.
It's
Sir
your girl,
Leezus.
Hayes. Doesn't matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
Okay, I'm Sir Leezus, Central Sadist Dominant.
All right, and of course, it is your girl, Irene, the Passion Queen. So as you heard, we have a wonderful guest, Sir Leezus, here in the building. So first off, thank you for popping in, hollering at us. Don't do that, Choopy. Don't do that. Choopy, look, you can laugh. Go ahead, laugh. It's fine.
Sorry. It was too good not to do.
Just looking around like, what building? Everybody? Yeah, here. All right. So first off, how was your experience at Exotica? Because I know you just came off Exotica. How was that? Let us know. Because I know I had a damn good time.
Yeah, so this is my second Exotica, actually.
Okay.
The first, I went in with my team, the Bush. We did our thing, and I did my thing so heavy, I got invited back to the Sexperts Corner. So the experience was completely different. The vibe over there, just especially being around other POC people, right, and just to bring my energy and what I bring to the table over to them, and for them to vibe with me like I was family. I love that experience because it's two experience to it. You have the experience with the other exhibitors, sex workers, content creators, whatever, and then you have the experience with the fans. So I've been bonding and creating experiences on both sides. I mean, the fans, if you saw, I was busy literally from door opening until they yelling for me to get out. I actually got a letter saying, hey, you can't stay later. I know you had all these fans sitting there waiting and stuff. And I was trying to give everybody love. I was there, lights is coming on, they're sweeping, and I'm still trying to spank people. So I loved it. It's a very educational and liberating experience just to be around people, like-minded individuals. Everybody has the same goal, heading in the same direction, sharing information and knowledge and all that stuff. But I'm just blessed to be in a position to be able to get invites to Exotica across the country. So I loved it.
That's what's up. Now, one thing I do want to touch on that you kind of mentioned is the fact that being able to be at the Sexpert Corner. Because shout out to Tayomi, she's the main reason I was in Miami. And one of the things that I think, well, all of us have varying degrees of experience, I guess you could say, with the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest things, in my personal opinion, that I felt was it made you or at least it made me a little hesitant with coming into the lifestyle and learning about it, was the lack of POC representation and finding those spaces. Because don't get me wrong, going to munches and things like that that are not fully POC is still a very interesting situation. It's still a very interesting experience, and you still get to learn a lot. I just believe experiencing the lifestyle as a POC is very, very different than as a non-POC, in my personal opinion. Just, cultural backgrounds, things like that. Certain things we be like, all right, now that's a little touchy area right now. I don't know if we should, play with that. So, and I saw that you've been in the lifestyle for 17 years. So how have you been able to and for those who don't know what we mentioned, let me also remember that it may be some new listeners. When we speak of the lifestyle, we're talking about BDSM, bondage, dominance, submissive, sadist, and masochism. It's very much a very wider spectrum than just that, but that's the kind of quick, little situation to put it in, just so y'all know what we mean when we say lifestyle. So what has your experience been in over the 17 years, especially as a person of color, and now getting to this point where we're seeing more people of color being kind of upfront and honest about either interest or participation in the lifestyle?
Okay, so ironically, I actually started in a swinger lifestyle as an exhibitionist. So my ex introduced me from that angle. So being an exhibitionist, and she was Black.
From that POV.
So so if you don't, for the people that don't know what an exhibitionist is, people that like to be seen, like to be watched, like that thrill of almost getting caught, having fun in your car, outside in the park somewhere, just being a little frisky in a restaurant or something, public places. So those are just a little examples of being an exhibitionist. So I started off in the lifestyle as an exhibitionist. And we actually started off not in the POC community. Most of the parties we went to, we would be the only Black couple there, maybe another Black couple. So I started off for maybe the first 3 years, 2-3 years, strictly in majority Caucasian parties. It wasn't until I was single, I had to go search for the Black community. So I went to look for it because it really wasn't my thing to stay on that side completely. Most of her friends and the people that introduced her to the lifestyle were dating people that owned clubs and did private parties and stuff. That's how I met a lot of the owners of the swingers clubs and stuff like that. In the beginning parts of my journey in the lifestyle. But I went and I sought out the Black community, and it took a minute. Like it took a minute because a lot of the commercial stuff is not the POC community. You know what I mean? And also with BDSM, my first introduction to BDSM was through the white community. The first person that actually conversed with me about BDSM was she was a Caucasian woman that hosted a monthly event at a venue I used to attend. I don't want to put too much information out there because this is, your show, whatever. But so I had to actually go and find the POC community. And it's different, it's different. Just the structure of a lot of things, the mentality, the approach. We like to have fun. I remember hosting events, and the managers of the venues would ask the DJ to play less Black music. I originally got approached for a lot of stuff because they wanted to diversify the crowds, and they saw I had a nice following and we want to mix it up, start coming. And then, we like to turn up, we twerking, shaking ass before whatever, and then we'll get to it. But that's what we do. We don't just come in and, hey, hi, now we're in the room playing. We want to enjoy, we want to socialize, we want to hear some music, we want to dance, we want to turn up a little bit, then we'll get down to it. Yeah. So to a lot of people, that's distasteful, how we express ourselves and how we have fun and enjoy ourselves, whatever. It's distasteful to other people culturally. You know what I mean? So just that, and experiencing that through personal situations, whatever, you just want to be around your people. That's how I felt about Exotica. Sexpert's Corner is a POC ran corner, you know what I mean? And everybody over there is POC. And the person that's got the foot in the door, person that's running it, all the people there, and just that energy, and just to show other people in the POC community, and it's majority white dominated, the event, but then we have a area to where everything is organized and ran by people of color. So that's, I love that right there. But yeah, it's just different depending on different parties and the way they approach kink, the way they approach swinging, the way they approach BDSM. But you should always get exposed to other sides when you're doing anything in a lifestyle. See how the Asian people do it, see how the white people do it, see how the Black people do it. You know what I mean? Just get a feel for it, so you'll be more comfortable. Like I can move in any space, any crowd. I can move there as a single person in a relationship, but that's because I'm an open-minded person and I'm able to see different perspectives on a lifestyle, how different people live their lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because for me, that was like one of the biggest things. That's why when, I got the opportunity to be on the Sexpert Corner in Miami, one, I was excited because shit, it's fucking Tayomi. Like, if you know the lifestyle and you don't know who Tayomi is, I ain't gonna lie to you, I kind of side-eye you a little bit. Like, how you don't know her?
Hey, listen, I got a funny story. I had no idea who she was
Who the fuck?
at all.
Fuck.
And I'm gonna tell you, I met her sister, and her friends
Mm.
at the bar during happy hour, just me flirting. That's it. Flirting, talking shit, buying shots, and they had no idea who I was until they saw me, do my thing. But it was just strictly off a vibe. That's it. No business, nothing about kink. We were just vibing.
Right. No, she is big
Whiskey
on
and
vibes,
vibe.
but listen, let me tell you, whiskey will get you there every goddamn
Mhm.
time. But she's definitely big on vibes. But that was my favorite part of the experience because, like you said, the expo itself is very white dominated. Mind you, still a very cool vibe. Still gets to meet some amazing people, see some amazing things, and experience some amazing things. Everybody was super, super dope that I met there. But it was just really dope to be in that corner and be in that space with majority with just people that look like me that understood when I said certain things or whatever the case may be. It was really dope to be in that space. So one other thing I definitely wanted to ask you about, so I had to go be a little nosy. Like I said, I did go check out your site, your link that's on your Twitter, because I'm nosy like that, right? So the first thing on his page, y'all, it says, inflicting pain does not entice me. The pleasure you receive from the pain I inflict feeds my ego's desires. Chase, that face. That face.
That was some pretty crafty wordplay on my end.
See, as somebody who likes to listen, as someone who writes poetry and stuff, I was like, you know what? I see what you did there. I like that.
He wrote that and he was like, they about to go crazy about this.
Right. Oh, this the one. This the one right here.
I'm sitting there. So
the top.
to what I wanted to do is, because a lot of people think I'm a sadist, and I'm actually not a sadist. Now, when it comes to me training a submissive and I'm inflicting pain from discipline or punishment, I can go because I'm trying to correct the behavior, unwanted behavior, or you broke one of my rules or something, or part of the protocol, and then we're doing it on that sense, and you earned all the punishment that I'm going to inflict. Now, when it comes to just in general play, if it doesn't turn you on, it does nothing for me. Okay? So I want to find that medium that it's painful, but you're at that edge to where, oh shit, it hurts, but I like it. Keep going. And I want to keep you at that stage to get you to climax. So the pain, like I said, the pain that I inflict, it only turns me on when I see that it's turning you on. So I go through a lot of stuff. I'm about reading body language. I'm good at that. But I also add the sensual side because I want to get you there and essentially bring you down, then get you back there. So I'll keep going if I see that it's turning you on. If it's not doing anything for you, I'm reading your body language. I'm going to something else until I find what pain turns you on. And then I find your pain threshold and then I stop right there. You know what I mean? If I don't see you reacting, I don't see your body moving to where you're getting turned on. I don't hear you grasping. I don't hear you moaning. It's not doing anything for me. And by feeding my ego, when I'm doing something that you don't think will turn you on, or it's unexpected that you like it, and I see you getting turned on, now my ego is getting bigger and bigger. And you see me get into character, not even character, you see me get into my true nature, to where I'm becoming turned on because you see my interaction with you. You see me start to talk to you. You see me start caressing your hair. You see my hand around your throat. You see my lips get closer. And I'm digging into that. So now that's feeding my ego. You know what I mean? So then if you see me work, you'll see me push into that heavy. Even if it's somebody that I've been doing scenes with for years or somebody that I just met and we're 5 minutes into the scene, you'll pick up on that. When I got that energy and I can feel she's getting turned on, and then as I get more turned on, you see it getting more intimate and it goes up, goes up, goes up. And then I'm just on go. You see that fire. And then when I let you go, you're like, and you look at your friend like, did this motherfucker really did you record that? So.
Okay.
But that's
so you don't wait for a cue for like a safe word or anything. You are more into the subject body matter. Listening
So
to
I want to be able to read your body, so I stop you right before you get to your safe word. So if I hit you one time and you're like, pineapples, that's not much I can do with that. You didn't even try to push your limit. That's why my motto was push your limit. Hold it as much as you can. And when I see you ready to get to there, I bring it down just enough that you're able to take it and keep going. And then as I see you taking it, now I'm getting more turned on because I know you're pushing yourself and I know what turns you on and you want to tap, but I'm just at the edge to where I'm close enough that you don't need to tap. You want to because you think I'm gonna get harder. And if I do get harder, I add another sensory. I add some sensory to it to do a sensory overload to throw it off.
We trying to make somebody.
I do a lot of stuff when I'm talking to somebody. If you ever came and did a small little scene with me, you'll understand. Because I'm talking, I tell you to do some things between your legs, and then I'm working from the other end, whether it's painful or it's sensory. So I'm doing a combination of both.
Oh, you just trying to short circuit somebody's motherboard up in this. Okay, gotcha.
That's what it's about. Sensory overload is the key. I promise.
Because that's what it sounds like to me. Speaking of sensory overload and pushing people to their limits, there's this one little phrase that I saw on your website that I was like, and it's forced orgasm. But
so the majority of my forced orgasm situations come from my hands. I'm great with my hands. Right? And you don't expect it. So I actually teach a squirt class. So, but I've learned certain techniques with my hand. I mean, a lot of people do know them, some people don't. But I'll say I might have like an 80% chance of making a woman squirt for the first time, but I'm forcing it out. So, and you know, forced orgasms can come from somebody else holding a vibrator to you. Somebody you being tied up while somebody is performing oral on you. So you're forcing it out. You know what I mean? Or even if you find out how to make somebody orgasm without penetration. So there's a lot of people that can orgasm from impact play. I have a couple of ladies that bottom for me that I can make squirt from using a flogger. So, but that's not everybody, but they're able to put themselves in that mental space with enough focus. You know what I mean? But it's not something that just happens overnight. Sometimes it could, if you're in the right space, it could happen. So that's one of the things I like to do for his orgasm. Most of that stuff is private session stuff or personal bottoms, you know, that I have. But you know, we can negotiate a couple of things for the show though.
Yep.
So do you like requirements before they come do a session? Like you got to have at least like 3 bottles of water in you. Like what are your requirements?
That's a good, you know, nobody has ever asked that. That's a good question. I've never been asked that. So I tell somebody to drink a lot of water. I tell somebody the week prior, don't have sex.
Take away the sensory.
Don't have sex. Now, what you can do is you can edge. You can play with yourself, but don't come. And that, if you do that, if you're able to commit to that, I say that if you're able to commit to that, play with yourself till you're about the orgasm, then stop. Then do the same thing the next day. Most people can't. They get that, they're like, fuck, they ain't gonna know. So they're just
listen, because
yeah. But if you're able to commit to the experience, you know, just like they say, if you're about to get some type of surgery, don't eat this before it ends, whatever. Or don't do, you know, if you can commit to that, this will intensify. And that forced orgasm is going to have you outside my house, peeking up in my window, like your lights on. Why you ain't responding to my text? But if you're able to,
for you outside during the daytime with a flashlight, hell no.
If you're able to discipline yourself, like if somebody's my submissive, this is why I do orgasm denial. I pick the littlest thing so they can't masturbate. Because I know when I'm going to do a scene with them, it's going to increase. That's one of my biggest things. And they don't understand that why I do that a lot, because that's going to make, when I do a scene with you, or when you come to me, your orgasm is going to be that much bigger because you went a week and you didn't play with yourself at all. You didn't touch yourself, or you touched yourself and I said, don't finish. Mm-hmm. So you're horny as hell. So you get to me, then I tease you for an hour, then I do a forced orgasm. Yeah, you all over and you already want me. So that's... You know, it ain't like You know what it's in for. So that's where the fourth orgasm come from.
See.
But see, you gotta like when it's private sessions.
Hold on. I got a question though. Okay, so boom. So say your sub comes and
All right, let's finna be something dumb.
Listen, because I got questions.
You can't even get it out.
Because here's my thought process.
You need me to force it out?
No. Trust me, I got it. But so you are punishing your sub, and she starts to laugh.
If I'm punishing my sub and she starts to, it's gonna be a long night.
Why?
So if I have you in a submissive posture, right? So that means you're in full protocol right there. And if I'm speaking to you, I'll do whatever, and you break that because you're at ease, hands behind your back, looking down or looking straight, and I'm telling you to fix your face, we're gonna be there for a minute.
Fix your face.
So I might, and I'm gonna tell you this. I have the patience. I have the patience of a third grade teacher.
Ooh.
Listen, I have my patience is impeccable. There's
Shane's face. She said, "Oh."
My face said, "Oh, the children."
I don't even.
When it comes to like things like that, like because it doesn't really, I'm not getting upset with that because we're gonna have fun. Because we're gonna have fun for a minute. So I'm gonna let you get it out your system, and I'm gonna do something like say you giggle. I'm like, okay, fix your face. Then you laugh, but I can't. Okay, that's 5 strokes with the paddle. I'll wait. You laugh again. Okay, that's 10 strokes with the paddle. I'll wait. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go pour my drink. I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna make you stand there. You keep laughing. Okay, now we're at 20. Okay, now we're at 30. Now we're at 45. We're gonna keep going. By the time we get to 100, it ain't gonna be funny no more.
So now we're punishing enjoyment. We just punishing like a good time. That's what we're doing here.
That's fine. You can have fun. You can have a smart ass mouth. You can make some smart comments. That's cool. I might laugh with you. I might laugh like, "Dad, you got me. That's funny." But don't get on social media for the rest of the week. But that was cute though. But don't get on social media. But that was cute though.
I'm sorry.
What?
Go to the library.
What you mean?
Me and they had the same face. Like what?
But then you also understand that anybody that's a personal submissive, I have access to every bit of the social media, so I'll just change the password. So you're gonna make a whole new Instagram page just to get on there and go friend everybody. No,
listen, hold up. Now you fucking with the church.
It's gonna show up because you're gonna have to use a familiar email, so it's gonna show up in the algorithm that hey, this person made a page, or people you might know suggested. You're gonna go through all that. That's gonna be even worse.
Yeah.
What's their hearts?
Then what I'm gonna do is
that's fucking with the church's money though.
I'm gonna give you one of my burner phones, and I'm gonna take your phone.
Not the burner phone.
You're gonna use this.
You take my phone, you die immediately. I don't know why the fuck you think this is a game. Let's take my phone.
All I got is 911. All I got is you and 911. That's it. That's all my contact is.
Criminal.
See, that's how I know this ain't the life for me, because I'd be goddamn.
But I'm gonna tell you,
that's why you're not that.
But majority of the women that approach me and ask me about actual dom sub relationships, that's not what they're looking for. All they want to do is do a scene. They want to be submissive for a little bit of time. For the time that they with me, they don't want to be 24/7 submissive. It's a big difference.
No. I'm definitely not a 24/7 submissive. Like I actually know a couple who are 24/7 submissive, and baby, I be like, yeah, nah, I can't do that. I got too much shit to do.
Get somebody else to do it.
I got too much shit going on. Do you realize if I don't get on social media, I don't make money? Like this, no, you can't fuck with the church's money like that.
I feel like then that comes in with the contracts of it all. Like I feel like that's when the terms and clauses and agreements, that's what it happens, If you're not willing, I mean, I could be a submissive any day of the week, anytime, whatever. But then there's my limit to certain stuff just off of me that I would have to talk to a person that I'm in this partnership with. What's that head turn for? What was that? You
want me to explain that to you?
Go ahead, break it down.
So listen, we wouldn't get that far. This is why you have processes before someone becomes just submissive, before you even talk about a contract.
Yep.
Me personally, I have my vetting stage and my consideration stage. So we would find this out in the vetting stage. You're not my submissive, you're interested in it. I'm like, okay. It's basically like we both swipe right on Tinder. Right? You don't go from swiping right to, hey, man, this is my boyfriend. He'll be here for Thanksgiving the next day.
Hell no.
Some people might, but you know,
women,
it's a problem with that. So you take that stage, say, man, one of y'all meet. You see me on FetLife, you like what you read, you see my website, you come to Exotica, you like, damn, he's attractive, whatever. I like what he do. This is the type of dom that I would want. Let me see if he's, available, if he's taking on submissives. So we meet, we exchange numbers, and it's like, hey, what's good? Let's link up, let's go get a drink. Let's go watch the game. Let's go. Everything is normal in the beginning. I'll vet you. You have an interest, I'm gonna send you my protocol. I'm gonna send you all the stuff that goes along with my protocol. I'm gonna let you read it. My first thing is I'm gonna tell you to come up with 20 questions. 20 questions. I don't care what 20 questions from there. I don't care if you look at it and say, oh, this is easy. Trust me. If you say that, this is not for you. If you read my protocol, and it's not nothing crazy, but if you read my protocol and you don't have one question and you're just like, I'm good, nah, that's my first red flag. Then I want you to see how I am naturally, how I'm in different environments around my friends while I'm working my regular 9 to 5, while I'm doing events and all that stuff. And then you have the opportunity to ask questions. Well, what does 24/7 look like? Well, what happens with this? Well, I see in your contract you have that you have access to all my social media. Well, why is that? And then I explain to you why it is. I control everything outside of family, religion, your kids, and your job. And you have to willingly be able to give that up and pass it. And I have to be a person that you trust with giving all that up to. So in this process here, we're both testing each other. You're getting a feel. I might not be for you. You might be like, he drink too much whiskey. It's cool. I'm good. You know what I mean? You might see something you don't like, but I'm giving you that opportunity not to make that mistake and step into this dynamic and you not being 100% sure. When we get past this vetting stage, you're going to be 100% sure what you want. Then you're going to go into protocol, and then it's going to give you you're going to do the protocol and not be my sub, but you'll be in protocol as a sub. So you'll get to know me personally, vanilla-like, even though I don't really have no vanilla side. Vanilla-like. Like us going to a vanilla venue. Because vanilla-like. Because, everything, all my peoples are all lifestyle besides my family. My family know what I do. You know what I mean? But you still do vanilla stuff sometimes with friends. Everything is not going to a dungeon. Everything is not going to Exotica. So I want you to see me in all these aspects of life. See how I maneuver, see my availability. My availability might not match up for your personal needs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I tell everybody, like, it's not about like just let me see if she's a good submissive. You got to see if I'm a good dom, if I'm a good person in general. Before we even talk about the dom sub shit, my next step is you getting to know me as a dom and what it takes. And you're actually in protocol for a time frame before we commit to it fully. So 3 days then you can be like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm cool. You know what I mean? So to go back to what you were saying, when you see that there, that was your time to say, hey, this ain't for me. And then we'd be good. You might just want to be a bottom. Link up with me. We do a scene. And then you're done after the scene. You're giving complete control to me during a set time. That's it. Situational. Of course, you're going to give some type of tribute, some type of, whether it's gifts or servitude, it's not going to come easy unless you're going to go back to booking private demonstrations, which start at $200 a pop. You know what I mean? That's different.
You said how much a pop? What was the number?
There you go.
Zero.
So my basic private session is $200. $200. That's basic. Okay. That's just the basic. All right. I've done private sessions for about close to $2,000.
What the fuck did you do for Sorry.
What are they missing in life? That's the better one.
I mean, first thing you got to understand. Some people,
I guess, like, out of that type of session, if you're willing to release that information, like, what were they needing out of that session for it to be ranked up that high?
Well, first you got to understand some people are in different tax brackets.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Because what I would look like, some people pay, it's just like going to a nellery. Some nelleries, you be like, what? Y'all charge $100 for fuck that. I'm going to the hood. I'm gonna get this $30 so.
I pay a pretty when I go to the nail shop. I pay a pretty penny for my nail tech. So I get it.
But you see, or like a massage, you can go to Hand and Stone and pay $300, $400, $500 for a massage. You can go to the boy that rubbing his dick on your back and doing all this extra shit and pay, you know what I mean, $50. Like it depends. You see quality, you see what it's worth, and then if. Now and then,
because I don't want the dick on my back. Like
I'm just saying, you know how
I may like the grades,
the grades. So with that, it's more about time. You know what I mean? It's more about time. So you want everything, and then the time you want to keep going. You want to go until you like. I can go all night. You know what I mean? You're gonna tap out way before I will.
Nah, I don't get tired.
So I can go all night. So and then it's where am I coming to? I've been flew out the places. I've been, hey, I want to do, I want to do like a all night or a weekend thing. I want to be submissive for the whole weekend.
When?
I want to go out in public in protocol. Let's see how that looks. Let's negotiate that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be the situation. I used to have a submissive. She wasn't my submissive. She was more of a bottom. She would come down. She worked for the district attorney out in New York. She would come, get a hotel at the Ritz-Carlton. And she wanted to do servitude, come down, pick up laundry, do this, whatever, go, and just thinking about stuff for her to do and then be punished afterwards. I've had people ask me to do like kidnap scenes, gangbang rape scenes. So there's different type of stuff that you can ask for. You know what I mean?
That's for private session. I don't think Chuba was ready for that one.
That escalated quickly.
Listen, we went from doing laundry to gangbang. It was
not like So
it wasn't even just like cool gangbang, hard R word. I'm good.
No, but not like actual, but just the whole
right.
Yeah, you don't know who's doing it, whatever, and you trust that I'm gonna pick random guys. Wait, what is that?
Oh, sorry.
Very much CNC though, consensual non-consent.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but and it's different. Then some people just they offer something, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go back and say it was only this. I'm not gonna tell you it was only $300, but if you say, hey, can you come to perfect example? Can you come down to LA? Can you come out to LA? I can cover the flight, whatever. Would you be able to come out to LA for a day and a half for $2,000? Would that cover everything? And I'm like, hell yeah, to cover everything. Looking at the flight, so. The room was already taken care of. So you giving me $2,000 and all I gotta do is get a flight? All right, that'll work. What we doing? Oh, you only want to get spanked? Cool. So you sure you only need one day?
Are you sure? I got time. I can stand a little bit more.
You don't want a shoulder rub in there too? Anything else I can do for you? You sure? People's monies are different. You know what I mean? And people value different stuff. And this was somebody that I did something with at a previous place, and it was just a little bit. And she just was at the stage to where I have never had the feeling that I had from that 5 minutes I spent with you. And it was out in public. She had clothes on, but just the energy and my dominant nature and how naturally I flew, me and her were flowing and exchanging energy. She was willing to, I value your time. I want to pay you for your time. Even if I'm only going to see you for 2 hours, you still got to come out here. You know what I mean? You got to fly out there. You got to fly back. You got to stay out here. I'm going to just pay you for your time in general. So it was more on that aspect. Like, I'm just paying you for your time. Even though I'm only available for 2 hours, I'll pay you for your time. Have breakfast set up and all that stuff, whatever. So, I mean, of course you would love to get stuff like that all the time, but that's like that's like somebody leaves you a crazy tip. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, somebody really left me a $400 tip. Right. Sheesh. Somebody on one of these OnlyFans groups, a guy comes in and he just tips like $500. And you look and you see like some random rich guy. I mean, some random rich, desperate housewife. And she's just like, come out. It ain't my money, basically.
Not it ain't my money.
Listen, this man
Get
getting
it,
paid
get
for
it.
time, and these people out here wasting mine. That's
Listen,
I'm
right.
just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
in the wrong
I don't want
profession
y'all to
in this
think
room.
that. I don't want y'all to think that that stuff happens to me on a regular. It's normally
yeah.
listen.
like,
If it only
It
happened
happens
once,
every
the
3 months. That's
gratitude
good.
that I would have.
Happens
Okay.
more than it happens in general. That's what I'm saying.
Right, that part. And
That
I think,
part.
but I mean, we laugh and we joke about this, about some of this stuff, but at the end of the day, I think one of the key things that you mentioned in talking about these different scenarios is the trust aspect of it. And I do my best to, anytime we talk about BDSM on the show, I do my best to always reiterate the fact that consent and trust are two of the biggest parts of BDSM and being able to participate in a scene or in a full BDSM lifestyle relationship with someone. Because I know for myself, like I said, I'm not looking for this to be no 24/7 situation. Preferably, I could have scenes and playtime with, my husband, because listen, baby, folks, it's weird. I already get weirded out by people in my comments on social media. I
don't like people in general. So
right.
Yeah, you want to it's like when it comes to relationships, it's easy to start off just doing top and the bottom and just pick a set time and act it out, whether it's just in the bedroom or you'll say, okay, Saturday the kids are going. We're gonna do some role play because this role play.
Thank God I ain't got no kids. Jesus.
Yeah. So
it's the top and the bottom thing I gotta remember because my top and bottom ain't the same in my head.
Because typically you hear top and bottom, you think LGBTQ plus.
Well, what's the I mean, why is it not it's not the same? Because it's the same type of power exchange. It's a top.
But
it was typically dominant.
When you're a bottom, that's a permanent type of thing. Sort of, kinda, you know what I mean? It's not temporary.
But you can't be a switch in that community to where you top and you bottom.
Yeah, you can.
You could be
verse.
I
mean, you can, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can.
You just
top
used
and bottom.
to
I'm
hearing
just thinking.
Right. You're used to hearing it with that context.
So yeah.
Not in that.
Yeah, I'm just used to hearing busted wide open if you're a bottom. I'm just saying. It's just.
I don't know.
I mean,
sorry.
I'm trying to reprogram it in my head because I'm trying to tell you that ain't what pop in my head if somebody called me a bottom.
The first time I heard it, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, okay, all right.
Don't consider myself a bottom usually, but all right. If you say so,
I'm all for the switch. It depends on what my energy feel like. But
I'll give you 13 seconds of a top in your life. That's it.
Right. And then, but here go the other thing. Like for me to be submissive is already a struggle and a half.
Change your knees.
These guys got a check engine light that come on after 15 seconds, okay? And then anything.
Hey, hold up, Chase, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that.
All you need is somebody to get up under that hood.
You know,
that ain't gonna do nothing to my knees. That ain't gonna do shit to my knees.
It'll motivate you to push a little harder.
It'll probably motivate you.
Motivate me to sit my fat ass down because my knees
motivation for you to do something.
I tell people I'm a pillow princess, but I'm a pillow princess who does work. Okay, I don't just lay there like a starfish. Okay,
and you're not a pillow princess if you're working.
Girl, shut up. Not like a starfish. Shut the fuck up. Shut
done.
Yeah, but to go what you said, you want to make sure everything is safe, sound, and consensual. So, and safe goes with trust because you're trusting me that everything that I'm doing is safe, that I'm educated on what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and I know your body, know your safe words. I know when to stop, how to read you, and I'm going to respect your safe words. So all that comes into safe. Sound, you want to make sure your sound of mind, you're not too drunk, you're not too high, you're not on one and that goes off of trust. Everything goes back to the three standards. Everything leads to trust in that. So if I had too much to drink, I'm not doing no scenes. You know what I mean? I know, like, the older you get, you kind of know your limits for stuff. Just like you can have a sip of, some people drink a beer and they'll drive. You know what I mean? So you don't want to take no crazy drugs. And then you don't want to be in a mental state to where I'm upset about something and I'm gonna take it out on somebody else, or I'm frustrated and not take it out on somebody else. Yeah. So you want to be in the right mind state to do anything, whether it's a random person that you're just seeing it with on the fly or somebody that you have a sincere relationship with. And then consensual, you want to make sure that everything you're going to do, the person is cool with. You know, if they trust you just to explore, then make sure you know that that's established. If they're saying, hey, you only have consent to spank me, don't penetrate me, and then I'm spanking and I stick my fingers in that's a consent violation. It's a lot of people in this community that y'all don't know have major consent violations at events, and they'll go to other areas and try to practice kink. So in our community, there's a lot of people that are banned from areas. If they see somebody trying to host something, or they see somebody on a guest list or RSVP to an event, they'll reach out and say, hey, you know, you can't attend this. You know what I mean? I'm good friends with Harley, who runs the Philly Black Munch, which is the only all Black munch consistently ran in Philly. And if somebody RSVPs for the list that has a consent violation in Virginia, and they just happen to be in Philly, nah, you can't attend this. You know what I mean? And I've seen it happen before. So that's one thing too. When you're asking around about somebody, you know, getting a reference to see if, you know, the consensual part applies to them, if they have been consensual and have honored someone's wishes to what they like and what they don't like. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But a lot of whiskey. I just keep sipping.
Quick question for you. So I know that you.
Yes, it is. It's about this big. No, my bad. Go ahead.
You know what?
If you like to tell it, that's your business. But I know you had mentioned like your subs and bottles. Like, do you roughly have a certain amount? Do you have a limit of how many you take on? And are they local, or do you have any people that you do sessions with that are, you know, across the nation? Well, obviously you say you be getting flued out, but I'm saying, like, you know, do you have any people that are constant in different states, or are they all just local to you?
To be honest, I do more kink in New York and the DMV area. So I'm meeting a lot of submissives out that way more than I am in Philly. So there's way more events for the POC community out in New York and out in the DMV area. So I do meet a lot of out of state submissives. People travel, or like doing Exotica, there were a lot of people at Exotica. Let's give more recent situations. I had a submissive from Chicago that flew out to Exotica, and she's been inquiring and all that stuff, whatever. I have done long distance stuff. The process takes a whole lot longer with that. With the bottom situation, this is a new concept that I'm fully embracing and putting out there publicly to people that have been interested. Now, I've had bottoms that are around that I do demonstrations with, but I haven't had relationships with outside of just doing a professional demonstration. So I wanted to give some submissives that are around that don't want to fully commit to a 24/7 dynamic, or I may not be interested in a 24/7 dynamic, but I wouldn't mind providing what I do for them because we got a good vibe and all that stuff. They might hang out in the circuit that I'm in or with people that I'm with. And I want to give people like that priority at like events to where I have the free time to do some stuff. And also, you know, I also, like I said, I make them provide a tribute, you know, or provide some type of servitude, because they're able to situationally do BDSM, you know what I mean? Or have a situation to where, okay, hey, you free on Thursday? I want to come, I want to do a spanking scene, whatever. And they're going to come just for that moment and give complete control to me for that moment. But leading up to then, what have you done? I got dry cleaning need to be picked up. I got a grocery list that I got some dishes in here, or I drink whiskey, drop some of that off. Just simple, small stuff, because I got people that pay for my services. You know what I mean? But everybody can't afford to pay $200 for an hour, $400 for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Everybody can't afford that. And some people are just cool enough that, like, you know, I like seeing it. Say I like seeing it with you, but you don't want to be a sub. But also, I still got 500 girls wanting to do this. So what's going to put you ahead of them? You know what I mean? So that kind of created that for me, just to put that space out there for some stuff. It's like, damn, I'm not ready to commit 24/7, but I want to be a part of what he has going on. And, you know, I want to be around him too, so I can come in this aspect. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter where the person is for me, as long as they're willing to travel. I got so much stuff going on. I usually tend to pick up submissives that in the areas I'm in a lot. You know what I mean? So if you're able to travel, it doesn't matter to me. I could do a lot of on the phone stuff. I could do a lot of video chat stuff, but you have to be willing to travel. Because I try to map my traveling out around events. You know what I mean? So it's hard to be going to Dallas 2 weekends out the month when I have events over in a complete different area. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be up in Maine or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that was the farthest place I could think.
Don't go up there.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. What is your favorite addition to any play scene that you have? So floggers, paddles, like, because I see you do the sensory play, electric play. Like you got a nice little list over here, sir.
My favorite is probably spanking. And the crazy thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and nobody knew, I couldn't spank at the last Exotica at all because I fucked my wrist up. I didn't spank.
Oh.
Yeah, so I kind of like maybe tapped a couple of times, but I was in so much pain. Like I was doing everything around that, but erotic asphyxiation and spanking and close proximity, so you can smell me.
So you can smell me.
Because
Okay.
when I let go, when I stop from choking you, all I want you to do is smell my essence and be that close to where you feel me on you. You feel my breath on your ear, and I'm spanking you, and I'm telling you to push that shit. So that's that moment right there is my favorite moment, because when I'm there, it's nobody else in the room but me and you. It can be 300 people watching. When I come that close and I'm right there talking to you, all I want you to do is focus on my voice, focus on feeling that, and I want you to be in that moment with me. So usually when I'm doing my live demonstrations, I turn the music down, I silence the crowd, and I tell them to take this journey with her for this next 2-3 minutes. I want you to hear every moan. I want you to hear every smack. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. Breathe in, breathe out with her. Feel every bit of that. That connection right there is my favorite. No toy, no nothing, just me, her, and my hand. That's it. That's my favorite. Now you want to know toy wise, or does that do it? Is that enough?
No. That is very self. That does it. Trust me. I mean, unless you just want to tell us your favorite toy, which by all means, feel free.
My favorite toy are probably my mallets.
What?
My.
You know what? I did see a video on your page. I was like, is that a meat tenderizer?
I call them
you
mallet,
use
but
to
it's
bust
meat
a crab
tenderizer.
open mallet.
I like them because I use them for sensory play.
Now the
and I
meat
use them for
tenderizers.
play.
Yeah, he be knocking them down. He be like.
So have y'all
saw
seen
that
the video
video.
where I use it on the girl's clitoris?
No.
No.
And then I make her squirt like 5 seconds.
No.
Well,
It started. I put it up there. It started trending on. That's how I got into them space groups. Somebody hit me up and said, "Yo, they're talking about your video."
That's on your Twitter.
Listen, y'all have to pull it up on Twitter and then
I'll find it. I will find it and send it to y'all. Just keep
and
talking.
then
how about say something else for the
to
group
be honest,
chat?
I would like y'all reaction on the camera after you watch it.
Well, Irene, go find it for us.
I am.
Hold on.
Do you remember about like how far back are we looking for?
What's his Twitter?
I can send it. I can
What's
send the
the
link right to you.
Well, send the link right on, sir.
And then you can send it. I'm gonna send the link.
Right on.
Yes, because
Irene
listen,
been asking
Did you
for the
post
links
it?
today.
Did you post it yourself?
you really want to go there right now too?
You asked for the link.
Let's not.
LaShawn.
I'm gonna post it.
I was like, this man's like Thor. He got his two hammers just going to town and crazy.
See now that's a new one that I've had that big flogger. Oh no, I thought you were talking about the big flogger with the.
No, I'll talk about you drumlining down.
So the thing about that is I put them in a freezer, right? I put them in a freezer, and it's metal. So to fill that first and to do the sensory.
I think I found it.
You found it?
I think I did.
Puzzled, my love.
I'm scrolling.
No, don't worry about it. I got you.
So if you can share, you can share.
Go ahead, drop the link.
I am.
Or share it on your page and tell them to go right to your Twitter. Just retweet it and tell them.
I don't even follow you on Twitter. I don't use Twitter, so I'm gonna need that link.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, for those of you all in Radio Land, y'all will see this once the video is posted to YouTube.
Tenderizing her.
Yes, honey.
Wow. That's some juicy meat.
Listen,
Not the juicy meat.
that is something.
I hope there was a mattress protector on there. That's it.
Sometimes
a
you gotta
puppy
take my
pad,
first
Lord Jesus.
A puppy pad, a mattress protector.
Not a puppy pad. Shut
Yeah,
up.
I mean, that's what they
puppy
call
pads.
puppy pads.
All I'm saying is, if you're gonna do adult play, like be prepared as an adult. Like like
That's a
do
whole
the
kiddie
adult thing
pool.
before the
Wait a
adult
minute
thing.
now.
Get a mattress protector, y'all.
Nah, I have something underneath the sheet. Now the sheet got sacrificed, but I have something under the sheet
You have
I mean, a good sheet
know how I
sacrifice is
feel.
fine.
because it don't look good.
Sometimes
Because
laying down a towel isn't enough. Get a mattress protector.
No, but it's like for the effect. You want to see it soak in the sheet.
yeah, that's the point. Yeah, so
Yeah.
because it would have took away. You wouldn't have seen it that much if I would have put a pad right there. So I put it underneath of it,
Yeah.
Right.
and what I did is I turned it upside down so it wouldn't soak it up real fast. So you would see it like sitting there.
Yeah, that's that kiddie pool situation.
Yeah, so
The kiddie pool is the.
It's like when you skip a rock over a pond.
This is crazy.
It's doing
I don't
that.
know how I don't know how I
Is
feel
that
about
a
this
mask?
mallet.
Now I'm
So
looking at
my
stuff I
first
couldn't look
question
at.
is how hard are you doing this?
That's the most important question.
it's not that hard. It's a
Because
light
it
tap.
looked like
But
trying to flatten that cutlet.
Because your
Listen.
wrist is kind of flicking.
He's like, I need this even so it cooks
Listen,
right.
I used to play. I used to play the snare. That's a hard wrist flick right there, my boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I used to play the drums, so I'm just like, bruh, like
You changed. Shut
I'm
up.
picturing like I you know what I use math for crabs and shit. Like my brain goes to violence, and I just don't.
it's enough to get the pop. To feel
Okay.
that. So you got to understand that she's able to control it and put up a nonverbal cue.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she ain't saying too much of shit.
So
Right
your
about that.
wrist is bringing the force, but the like the tenderness is in your fingers, is in your joints. Is what I'm looking at here. Especially when you cup it. Instead of stopping.
Nah, I'm probably gonna get cussed out for this. This is gonna be the last question, and I'm gonna get cussed out for this. But it was a fun topic last week, so I feel like
Oh my god!
What about chin checking?
Chin checking these bitches.
Are we still talking about chin checking? You can't even see this man's chin. Wouldn't even know he has one.
this is.
You don't know he has one.
But this is a perfect time. He has a beard.
That's the reason why.
Maybe he doesn't have one. Maybe that's why he doesn't have one.
What?
So
A chin.
we were on TikTok Live, myself and Nate Boogie here, right?
Oh, I hate it
And
already.
we were talking about piercings, and a clitoral piercing came up. The beautiful Nate Boogie made the statement saying it would be just her luck. She would get her clit pierced, and somebody's son would be down there, having a buffet, and their beard hair would get, caught up in the piercing. My comeback was, you mean to tell me you got dudes out here rubbing their chin on your shit? Because if his chin is on your clit, then I feel like he's doing it wrong. And therefore, we came up with the term chin checking bitches on their clit. It was,
Yeah, I don't see how that. Yeah, I don't know what he would be doing.
Here's the
But
tea.
what Irene is failing to mention.
I was about to say, here's the tea. I posed the question on my Snapchat, right? And I had someone come back with a story of it happening.
What the hell was the guy doing?
Not to mention, I told her I've done the legwork in a former life. And there's a lot of niggas out here that's out here without a good sense of direction. They looking for Waldo and they not going in the right area. And bitches have done it too. Everybody don't got a good sense of direction and they be every which way John Cena in the pussy. I'm just speaking facts. I might tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie.
You see it? You see how he leaned back from the camera was my same goddamn reaction. Because I'm like, if you chinning my shit, I'm going to VA pop you upside your goddamn
somebody
head.
is purposely putting their chin right here. That's how her mind went. I
Well,
said
one-
emotion.
So one Chase came with a video of somebody purposely putting their chin on somebody's clit.
Well, she
had-
did,
They
but when
had
I was
under-
talking
it
about it,
was
I wasn't talking in that
garments
sense.
was
I was
on,
saying
okay.
in general.
It was a
I said
bearskin
it in
chin.
general though.
It was a bearskin chin checking. There was panties on, and he was teasing, and she was like, "Ooh, I like the way your beard stubble feels against my hardening clit." And she was just like, "Let's do it."
And she did kind of say
And-
it like that. It was just,
Yeah.
it was very, okay.
Let's
See,
do it.
I
And then I got
wasn't
caught.
saying it like somebody purposely putting their chin right there. I'm saying in the movement, like if I'm sitting on somebody's face and I'm deciding the Dutchy one is a whole lot of movement because it's a
Not
whole lot of body.
That's
Shit
right.
can happen
Dirty white
on faces. Woo.
on faces.
on faces.
Just
Look,
saying.
I'm gonna get the job done any kind of way I gotta do it. Listen,
If
so
he dies, he dies.
If you die,
exactly.
you
You signed up for this. You knew exactly what it was. All I'm saying is this: in the movement, shit can happen, and she acted like it was so outrageous, like it couldn't happen.
I still got a
Nah,
question
I'm
about
just-
I
the
mean, I
chin
guess
wrap.
it could. If a guy is looking from say I come from kissing you, and I come down your face and I come down your breast. I'm going there, I get to your belly button, and then I'm coming straight down. I'm going to your clit. If I'm not pulling it up and I'm coming down this way and I'm doing my thing, I
It's
can
not
see
wrong.
how it
It's
can-
not wrong.
And if you don't have no, say you got a little nap in there, whatever, and it gets caught, I can see. And she got a big clit and her ring is just sticking out.
Not that she got a big clit. Not that
You
she got
gotta
a
get
big
to
clit.
it. I can see
Gang,
it happen. I
gang.
mean, Murphy's Law. I mean, I can see
I
it happen.
might
It's not
tell
a.
you a joke, but I never.
It's not
tell
nothing.
you
The
a
pers-
Listen, I admitted it. I admitted it. But now I gotta ask questions.
No, I got another question. Hold on. Let this meat tenderizer here, right? Anybody found
Back
it
to the
suspicious that you go
tenderizer.
to the grocery store buying meat tenderizers? Ain't nobody question you or why you
Listen.
keep buying meat tender. You go to different stores, so
You know
nobody.
what's crazy? I went to go find some new ones, and I didn't get them because it said like Rubbermaid or something on there, and I'm like, yeah, this don't have a feel, don't have had an effect. It has something on the handle, so I need to find some more. But no, they ain't nobody.
Generic, non-name brand.
But when I got
tenders.
those, somebody was like, "Well, why do you really? You need two of them?" And I'm like, because usually you just get one, you get the steak, and I'm buying two, and I'm asking, I had to ask the person, "Hey,
I'm
you
just saying, people these days they have to start looking for people's purchases and seeing like how it's adding up and how many times they're coming in. Like if you go to a hardware store, you just buy a rope and zip ties and stuff just ever so frequently. People gonna make a
Mind your
police,
business.
like there's some suspicious stuff happening with this one.
there's some stuff that you can't buy together that they'll
Yes.
flag."
Yeah.
The meat tenderizers
But
is
here's
not
the
one of them.
thing: the epidemic that is Amazon. Like,
But
you ain't even gotta know.
shout out to Amazon.
I'm gonna.
I mean, not really, but okay.
I'm gonna go look at some meat tenderizers on Amazon as soon as we're done this.
Amazing.
Let's see.
All right, y'all. So this has been one hell of a show. I will say that. Goddamn. All right, so I'm gonna let everybody, reintroduce themselves. Let the people know where they can find y'all, what y'all got going on.
This is
We
crazy.
going in the same order.
Yes.
Oh.
So you first.
Okay. It's Nate Boogie with the hoodie on TikTok. And Nate Boogie 88 on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And I'm your favorite resident pothead, even though I've been sober for 2 weeks.
Your dry spell is coming to an end. Your package
Come
is on
on.
the way. Okay.
In so many ways.
Listen, Linda. Sorry. Conversation for another time.
Glory.
Love to see it.
Glory.
It's
Hallelujah.
Choopy. It's Choopy on TikTok. Don't follow me nowhere else. Just TikTok me, please.
I need a TikTok manager.
I won't post there, but you might see me up
She lying. She posts.
there every once in a while. If I'm bored enough, I'll slide some of this.
It's Chase or C Hayes, no matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth. You can follow me on TikTok at Chase Inc. CHAYESINC. You can also follow me on Instagram at Candy Taste Sweet because it's true. You already know every Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. on the Tap In on Spark FM, Boston's #1 for urban and Caribbean music. You can find me on there with DJ Slick Vic. And every Sunday, 8:30 p.m., you can find me on the Kinkazoid podcast live on YouTube.
Which is on break for the holidays.
Yes, on break for the holidays.
Is it on me?
Yes, it's on you, sir.
Just Google Sir Leezus.
Oh, not Google me, baby.
Google me. Period.
Google. That's all you gotta do. Google Sir Leezus, but no, on Instagram, it's Sir 2_ Leezus. That's Sir 2_ Leezus. That's Instagram. And Twitter, I'm L_EEZUS. But if you put in Sir Leezus, it'll pop up. But it's L_EEZUS. So that's it right there. But and make sure if you're in Philly, every 4th Friday, you come check me out, Pizza and Porn. You get to see me do my thing up close and personal, live, intimate BDSM demonstration, open bar, all you can eat pizza, porn, and yours truly. And you might even get a free spanking.
Come on, free spanking.
You have an open bar.
Listen, he said open bar and pizza. Sound like a good goddamn time to me.
It's a great time. Go check it out. I'm gonna check out the Vibe video from the last event. But get your tickets early because we sell out. It's sold out the week. It's sold out as soon as I put the tickets available. Within like 2 weeks, when I put them, it sells out. So
okay,
pizza and porn. That's my baby right there.
Pizza and porn. There it is. And of course, it's your girl Irene, the Passion Queen. Y'all know y'all can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and the Tiki of the Taki as such. Make sure y'all follow me so y'all can keep up with everything that's going on. Of course, we have the Queendomme, which airs every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. on In the Mix Radio, live365.com. On Wednesday nights, myself and Nate Boogie with the Hoodie are going to be doing the combine. If you feel like shooting your shot at somebody on TikTok, or if you just want to come see what I know how to use words. Eligible bachelors or bachelorettes are available who want to be, on parade for the day, for the night, then make sure you swing through. You are more than welcome to swing through, sir, and present yourself on the Tiki of the Taki. All we do is cut the food over there. Make sure y'all hitting up the queendomme.com. That's TheQueendomme.com. Get your copy of Vacation, my erotic novel about a couple that celebrates their wedding anniversary in Jamaica. Then make sure you go ahead and pre-order The Purple Dungeon, a collection of erotic short stories and poems that I have written. Get your vacation merch. Go ahead and get your Beard Lovers hoodie. Baby, we out here. We doing some big shit. So make sure y'all following, stay tuned. And until next time, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming to the Queendomme tonight. And I will see y'all later.
Me. Buying all this stuff, like rhinestones and stuff like